Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. Let's start with the Forex calendar. Some data had been published overnight, however they were not that much important. The main event was, of course, the PMI manufacturing data from Japan. The other data, which are very similar to the ones published overnight, are of course the PMI services, manufacturing and composite data from across the Eurozone. France, Germany and Eurozone itself, they all will published the PMI services, manufacturing and composite data during the early London session. The same situation is for the United Kingdom. Of course, the New York session will have its own ISM manufacturing services PMI composite data from the US as well. Those data are scheduled for release Q4. Moreover, we got the new home sales and the H1 Fed manufacturing index data scheduled for release at 4 p.m. and 20 minutes past 6 there is a Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will give a speech, and 7 p.m. MPC member Silvana Tenreiro will give a speech as well. So plenty of data from the Eurozone. We'll definitely take a look at the Euro today. However, let's start with something different. Let's start with the S&P 500 index. Daily time frame chart of the S&P 500 index is showing us another push to the downside below the level of 3,857 points. The actual low was made at 3,810 points, just a little bit below the last week low, and this is now the low for the wave 5 and low for the wave C. However, so far the key technical resistance, so this is the zone between 4,084 4,137 points, has not been violated. Every time the market wants to bounce, as you can see here, there is a bearish engulfing pattern following this bounce. So this is definitely time for bears, and the bears are making pressure on S&P 500. If the market will not rally above 4,157, we might extend the target for the wave 5 towards 127 Fibonacci extension at 3,735 points, and this might be another level very popular for the extensions during the Elliott wave correction to the downside and to the upside, of course, as well. The point is that if this level is not enough, then of course we might go even towards 3,489, which is 161% of the Fibonacci extension of the wave C. So on that level, wave C is 127% of the wave A measured from the top of the wave B. So in that situation, this drop to the downside will extend a little bit, and wave 3 will be pushed somewhere there. Wave 4 will be placed here, as you can see, and then of course we are waiting for the wave 5. However, please notice the fact that wave 5 might have been completed around the 100. So as long as we trade below 4,157, we are still waiting for 3,735. There is still a chance for another extension to the downside, but please notice the fact that if we break it, then of course this ABC correction is done. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. The euro dollar market is rallying higher. Why? Because of the multi-day divergence, and of course the breakout towards the higher level, and in the same situation inside the descending channel. Very nice breakout to the upside yesterday. Big green candle closing above 1.0639. Next target 1.0760, 1.0909. This is the next target, and of course the key technical resistance is 1.0945. So as long as we trade below this level, we can still return to the downtrend. Please notice the fact that RSI indicator is now positive, and bullish pressure is clear on this market, at least in the short term. The current RSI reading is 56 points, kind of a strong positive, solid RSI, solid momentum to the upside. Bulls are in charge of the euro dollar, which means that the American dollar should go lower across the board. Let's take a look at the British pound. And the British pound is doing the same scenario. We have the bullish sandwich after the new low was made here, and then 1, 2, and the third day of the upward move is in progress. However, the key level to the upside is still located here at 1.2777, and then of course the lower channel line is still present on this chart, so we should be aware of the level of 1.28. The key supply zone is located between 1.2976 1.3, so as long as we trade below these levels, the resumption of the downtrend is still very possible. Momentum breaks out above the level of 50. Current level is 52 points, so it's not that much. However, it's positive. The bullish pressure is clear, and we might see some sort of the bounce continuation today, and maybe even if the PMI data are better than expected, we can continue this bounce into the New York session. So it looks very nice for the British pound and for the euro, just because the US dollar index has hit the extreme levels and is going lower. What is going on the crude oil? As you can see, the crude oil is not doing much. However, this consolidation here starts to remind me a very serious distribution pattern. So what I mean is that after this rally from the levels of $78-80 towards 130, then a big drop, massive drop from 130 to 93. This is an ongoing distribution pattern, and it looks like the oil market is ready for another wave to the downside. So please keep an eye on the crude oil. It might be kind of important during the next few weeks. Maybe there will be extension in this sideways market to the right. What I mean is that it might take a little bit more time. Maybe not this week, maybe not next week, for the market to come off this level and broke below $95-93 per barrel. But it is a very complex sideways market, completely untradeable, and right now it looks like we are being prepared for the bigger move to the downside occurring during the next few days or even weeks on the crude oil. And at the end of our, of course, review, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is consolidating. Bitcoin is consolidating in a very narrow range below the lower channel line, and in case of a breakout, we got this scenario covered maybe around towards 34,290 or just a tad above, and then down trend continuation. However, this trend is not even being considered by the bulls right now, because they are still below the lower channel line, and it looks like we might break below 28,600 again. So that means we will test the lows from the 12th of the May and go lower towards 24,917 or $24,000. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.